Alright, good morning. This lesson is for Unit 7, Lessons 15 and 16. Good morning, or good afternoon, whenever you watch this video. Good evening if you watch it later in the day. Before I get started, I want to say I hope everyone's doing okay out there. Again, if you need anything, if I can help you out, please reach out. I did reach out to a few of you again to just encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, or you need to start doing things that you haven't been doing, and so that way I can get you credit for this second semester. So let's make sure we're doing all the assignments. The extra credit assignment that I gave, make your own compass. I've seen some pretty neat ones. I'll post some pictures of some good ones that I like. But again, just try and make yourself a compass. Remember, a compass, it gives you the ability to draw a circle, okay? So let me get into today's goals. Remember, we've been talking about triangles and congruence, and we've seen a pattern on how to make identical triangles called the angle-side angle pattern. And I wanted to show you with that you could copy an angle, copy a side, copy an angle, and you would build an identical triangle. So I'm going to go that route again. I'm going to talk about another pattern. It's called the SAS, or the side angle side pattern. And what that means is if I copy a side and then I copy an angle and then I copy another side, I've built an identical triangle to the one that I was copying from. After I copy the triangle, I'm going to then label the vertices of the triangle, or the angles of the triangle, and I'm going to write a congruent statement. Again, the ability to write a congruent statement, you're going to see how this step comes into play later on in the semester. So let's just go ahead and talk about copying the triangle using the side angle side pattern. So I'm going to copy a side length onto here. I'm going to copy an angle onto here. And then I'm going to copy another side onto here, the length that comes off the angle. Now I could copy this side, this angle, this side, or this side, this angle, this side, and build the same triangle. But because I don't have any room on this side of the room to stand off, I'm going to copy this side, this side, or this side, this angle, this side. Okay, so the side angle side pattern is, right, the sides actually make the angle. Okay, so let's copy the side first. And remember, I can use a compass to copy a length. I'm going to try my best to stay out of the way so you can see the steps of the construction. So needle, pencil, needle, pencil. Okay, so I copied the side. Next, I'm going to copy the angle. Remember, when I copy an angle, I'm copying how much the angle opens. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an arc. Come down here and make an identical arc. And then what I have to do is I have to measure how much my angle opened. Come down here and copy how much it opened. Oh, that moves. Okay, so now I draw a line through this. And I've copied the angle. The last thing I have to do is I have to copy the side length again, just like before. So I put the needle on one side, pencil on the other. Oh. Come over here, make the same marks. Okay, so now to finish building this triangle, I literally just connect this dot to this dot. I have a little shorter ruler now. A little easier to line up. So again, I copied a side, an angle, and another side, and I'll just erase some of the marks so you can see that these triangles are actually the same. And So I copy this triangle down to here. So the way the mark pattern that we'd actually see would look like this. This length is the same as this length. This angle opens up as much as this angle. And this length is the same as this length. So if I have this congruence pattern, which is the side angle side congruence pattern, that means that these triangles themselves must be identical. Right? So I'm going to check off my first goal. Okay, so I copied a triangle using another method, side angle side, and let me hit the last goal here. And my last goal is to write a congruence statement. Now, if you're going to write a congruence statement, you need to have the angle's name. So I'll just call this angle A, this angle B, and this angle C. And then J, K, and L. Alright, so I'm going to do my second goal, and that's going to be to write a congruent statement. And again, we have to match these things up. They have to be in the same position. So let's start off. I'll just name this triangle. So we'll have triangle ABC. And triangle ABC, so A is the angle that's next to the 2 marks and the no marks. So that means in this triangle, I just have to start with letter J because it's next to the 2 marks and the no marks. So that's congruent to J. And then we go B, which is next to the no and the 1, the no and the 1. So that's going to be the K. So JK, no, seriously. And then the last letter is C, and that matches up to L. So I want you guys to get in the habit of writing this out after you determine triangles are congruent. We're going to actually use this congruent statement later on. I'm trying to tie together ingredients to make an argument. So this is the first lesson of the day. Remember, my goals were to copy a triangle using another pattern. Copy a side, then the angle, and then the side. That's called side angle side. Triangle congruence, and then after that we just reviewed writing a congruent statement. I'm going to post the second lesson to this that's going to explain what the homework's about, and homework again, I hope it will be easy for you guys. If there's any questions, please reach out. I'm trying my best to answer them as soon as I can, and again, I hope everyone's doing okay out there and have a good day, and I will post the next video here shortly.